I left my job when I became a profitable trader, and it was one of the most liberating and extraordinary experiences in my life. Now, one of the most common motivations for new traders is to learn to trade to get good enough to bring in enough income so they're not reliant on their boss or their job or their business, and they want to use trading as a more free and flexible way to enjoy their life on this planet. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly step by step how to leave your job or your business, or more importantly, to be able to use trading to not be reliant on those things anymore. How much do I need to trade full time? How do I know when I'm ready to leave my job? When is a good time to go full time? All of these questions are going to be answered in detail in this one video. I'm going to show you how to go from a job or a business that you're burned out or uninspired to living a life completely on your terms using trading as the vehicle to get you there. I'm also going to be giving you some free tools on how to do this, so I'll be sharing QR codes throughout this video. So make sure you watch all along the video and make sure you watch the video to the end, because the steps that I'm going to lay out for you will give you so much motivation to take this seriously, because unlike all the other videos out there telling you can quit your job, this one is actually going to show you how to do it realistically. So you're still watching? Well, congratulations. Save this video now to your favorites and you'll watch later. Go and get a drink, find a comfortable spot with no distractions, and let's get stuck in. Right, first of all, I want to say that it is actually important to be doing what you want in this life, because if you live most of your life subordinating to a boss or someone else's agenda, you're going to be resentful. And if you're run by the clients in your business, you might feel a little bit tired and resentful to them too. You want to do what you want to do, right? Let me know in the comments why you want this. I want some accountability in this group. When I was in my early 20s, I had a plan to replace my income from my job. And by the time I was 30, I did that. And I did it by focusing on things that I'm going to share with you in this video right now. So the roadmap that you need to follow and understand is made up of just a few milestone components. These are your financial commitment, how much money you'll need, your mental commitment, what you need to focus on, your time commitment, how long it will take you, and your trading performance, how good you need to be. And that's it. If you understand these things, then you'll know if and when to quit your job. This video could literally change your life. Okay, so the first thing that you need to understand is a little bit of math. Now don't worry, it's very simple, but this is also going to give you so much clarity. So let's start with this formula. You might have seen it before. If you haven't seen this, you can go and check out my 7-day wealth series, but the formula is LA divided by LE minus LI. This is a wealth formula and it tells you how much time you can buy into the future. So to work out what you need to understand on how you can quit your job for trading, this is what you need to know. Your timeline equals your trading account or your savings divided by your living costs minus your income from trading. So as an example, if you've got £10,000 saved in your trading account and your living costs are £2,000 per month, but you're unable to bring in any money from trading because you don't have any profitable trading system yet, then it looks like this. 10,000 divided by 2,000 minus 0, which equals 5. That's 5 months that you can buy into the future based on today's living costs until your money runs out, right? Pretty easy. Next, let's say that you have 10,000 in the bank for your trading account and then your living costs are still £2,000, but you're able to generate a consistent return of 1,000 per month in your trading. Well, then the formula looks like this. 10,000 divided by 2,000 minus 1,000 equals 10 months. You can now buy 10 months into the future. Now, let's say that you have 10,000 in your trading account and your living costs are still 2,000 and you start to generate 1,500 from trading. Well, 10,000 divided by 2,000 minus 1,500 equals 20 months. Now, I think you can agree that if you had the confidence to generate a 20-month runway from your trading, you might feel a little bit more confident to quit your job, right? But this is a false number. Let's be realistic first of all. If you're generating 1,500 per month on a £10,000 account, not only is that a 15% return per month, which is extremely unrealistic, but you're also not taking into consideration the drawdowns and letting the account compound and grow. If you take everything you earn every month, then next month you might go into a drawdown in the first part of the month, which means you'll generate less the following month and the amount will probably deplete over time. There's something called a drawdown ratio that's normally around 4%, which is the amount that you shouldn't go below because you risk depleting your account if you carry on. Now that could be an entirely separate video, And if you want to hear more about that, let me know in the comments by typing in Drawdown Ratio and I'll do a video on it. So anyway, it's wise to work on averages over time with trading. There's lots of trading gurus out there telling you can make a certain amount of money per certain time frame, and I'm here to tell you that that is complete lies and they are all scams. Yes, scams. It is impossible to know when you're going to be in profit or when you're going to be in a drawdown. All we have some degree of certainty in as traders is our probability of profit over time. And that's it, I'm afraid. So let's say that you make 2,000 in the last month of trading, but the month before you made nothing. Well, that's a false economy. It's a fake number, right? It's luck. It's an anomaly. I've had traders make 2,000 in a month and then they think, well, multiplied by 52, that's their new income. When in reality, it's not that. Trading returns are very volatile, and it doesn't mean that you'll make 2,000 month after month after just doing it for 1 month. So it pays to work in percentage returns and profit over time. This allows us to factor in what we can take out of the account and what we can't. Now, in terms of realistic returns in percentages, in my Trading for Beginners video, I explained this in quite a bit of detail. So if you haven't watched that video, definitely go and save that to your playlist now and watch it after this, because that's the most popular video on YouTube for learning to trade, and it's helped literally millions of people. So if you haven't checked that out already, make sure you go and do that. But let me explain quickly how it works. Returns in percentages. Add up your lifestyle costs over a 12-month period. If you need 30k per year, then you need to divide that by your return yield performance in your trading. If you're able to do 4% per month, then you need an account balance of 50 grand. That will give you the 2k per month, right? Obvious really, isn't it? But it's not exact science because 1, your account will be slightly volatile. 2, you can't take all your money out every year. You need to grow the account, right? So you can't just take all the profits. You need to save some in there too. So you actually need more than 50k. Now at this point, people normally either say, oh, that's actually not as much as I thought, or they say, well, I'll never have that amount of money, so there's no point me trading. To which I normally say, 1, once you prove to yourself that you can generate 3%, 4%, 6% per month, or whatever it is, the money shows up. You gain a new confidence in yourself that allows you to allocate funds to your trading account instead of other things, because it becomes this machine that you put your money in and it spits out more. Second of all, there are tons of investors or people that want to put their money into things that yield a higher return than the bank or other illiquid assets like property. I recently casually notified a multi-7-figure mastermind that I'm in that I might be running a managed fund, and almost every single member of them wanted to throw their cash at me. We quickly totted up a £1.5 million account in less than 2 days. So, park that on the side for now and focus on getting really clear about how much you need in the future. So back to this. When I say focus on percentages, what I mean is focus on the weighted average of your performance returns. What is the weighted average? Well, if you made 2,000 last month and 1,500 the month before and 500 the month before and then 0 the month before that and 0 before that, then in theory, you're getting better and better in recent times, and therefore you should continue to make more money in the future, right? What you don't want to do is have a lucky win 1 month and then say, right, I've surpassed my living costs, therefore I can quit my job. So my recommendation is that you take into consideration at least the last 6 months, even better 12 months, right? So 6 to 12 months. And the weighted average basically analyzes your performance by putting emphasis on the most recent performance. And the further you go back, you take those numbers less into consideration. So it gives you a realistic figure. Let's see what I mean. Let's say that this month I did £2,000 in my trading. Last month I did 1,000. The month before I did 1,500. The month before that I did 500. And then 0 before that and 0 the month before that. So 6 months of data with sporadic and different amounts, but in theory I'm getting better on average over time. So the weighted average takes more of a view of the recent figures and less of the older figures, which gives me a more realistic projection. In this case, my weighted average income is £1,165. So this is more grounding, and it gives me some confidence in sustainability over the coming months. It's not just a one-hit wonder and will require luck to replicate. Make sense? So here's the first free tool. go to this link, download this tool and fill out what your most recent 6 months performance is. And if you haven't got 6 months of data, then you're definitely not ready to consider leaving your job, but you can start putting in the work. The biggest benefit of doing this is to stop you from jumping system to system. Nothing will help you understand the importance of consistency in trading more than having focus on trying to replace your income. And the great thing about trading is you can project and test your ability to bring in the income via demo trading. There's no need to spend any money before proving to yourself that you can do this. No other business allows you to do that like trading does. This is why it was so attractive to me. So this does not mean that you can just buy 6 months into the future. You actually have a lot more at this point. Let's do the math. So once you get your weighted average, you plug that into the formula. So now that's 10,000 divided by 2,000 minus 1,165 equals 12 months. So at this point in this example, you have a leeway of 12 months with some certainty. That would give you a great peace of mind, wouldn't it? Great. Okay, so download the tool and now go and do yours. And do me a favor, let me know in the comments what your figure is right now, even if you're bringing in nothing from trading. It can be very humbling and very motivating. Right, now with that out the way, the mindset should now be there. You're either inspired or motivated or demotivated. But the beauty is the numbers don't lie and you now have clarity over what you need to do. Option 1 is give up. The other option is to go for it because you know what you're working towards. Most traders do not know what they're doing. They don't know why they're doing this for, when they'll be in a position to quit their job, which is exactly why I made this video. So now you need to mentally commit to the process of getting better. A bit better each day. Go and check out my video series on trading review, journaling and self-review to absolutely master this. And one of the things I would say to enhance your chances of becoming a full-time trader and replacing your income is to err on the side of caution. Add more time onto the projected journey. If you think you can do it in 12 months, then add another 6 to 12 months on top of that. Why? Because things always take longer than you think. Things get in the way. People have kids, people's partners' values change. Maybe one of them wants kids, one of them wants to get a new car, you want to go traveling, you might have an emergency come up. It's better to factor this stuff in and expect it than to get sideswiped and discouraged. So factor this stuff in and it will help with your mentality. Now, some of you will attempt this more than once. It won't just be, oh, I tried it, it didn't work, I gave up, right? That's ridiculous. Unless you genuinely want to give up because you weren't inspired to do it anymore, then you have your whole life to attempt this over and over again. There's no rush. You try, you hit a wall, you learn, you rest, you go again, and you keep going until you succeed. In my first year of trading, I found scams, poor information, I blew up accounts. I got that all out of the way and then I came back and I kept going. Right, so how else can we keep motivated and keep going and keep the odds high of us achieving this goal? Well, 1, push the date back more, which I've just said. 2, reduce your living costs, and this is something most people can do if they're honest. It just depends how badly you want it. 3, make more money. You can earn more money on the side or in your job or in your business to compound the balance in your trading account. Go ham on making money whilst you're refining your trading skill. Now, point 2, optimizing your expenses. You can go and do this in many ways. I go through this in my 7-day training series. It's free, go and register for it. And I also cover point 3 here as well. So go and check that out after this. But now we've covered how much money you need and your focus, and we've even covered a bit on your performance. But now it's the educational side. What do you need to know? And if you know nothing, how long will it take you to learn? So here goes. I want to tell you a quick story. When I was learning to ride a motorbike, the instructor said, there's tons of kids out there with no licenses and no insurance. And when I asked why, he said, the usual answer is, this is expensive stuff and they want to pay for the helmet and the gear and the bike. They don't want to waste their money on the test and the insurance, right? Which is crazy because it's short-lived. Sooner or later, they're going to get pulled over, they're going to lose their chances of ever being able to ride a bike, but they wanted to spend the money in the short term just so they could look like they were the part, but they really weren't. Get a good education. Learn this, the fundamentals of price action, brokers, a platform, strategy development, backtesting, risk management, money management, demo trading for a short time, and then live trading. Now, how long it will take to learn each piece of the puzzle will be different for everyone because some people have more time commitment than others. But as I always say, if you can spend an hour a day working on your craft, you'll make great progress and keep momentum. The more the better, but this is why we give a full 90-day plan to our Tier 1 trading members so that they can work through at a rate that's realistic and comfortable, and also with the other members who are just like them. People are in a similar position, so there's that whole community aspect too. And also the accountability's there so that no one gets skewed and unrealistic projections. But my honest view on time commitment, based on working with thousands of traders over the years, is that it will take you 6 months to learn, about 6 months to implement, and then another 6 months to really just find your flow. So this is about 18 months from start to finish, and that's a very realistic time frame. Not a 2-day course, not a £2,000 weekend workshop, but a tailored, structured and methodical education routine that actually gets you to where you want to be. If you want to see what we're doing at Tier 1 Trading, you can see the links to the description where you can get a $1 trial and come and check it out for a couple of weeks. But look, now you've watched this far, ultimately you've realized that there's some work to do. That's the bottom line. The most important thing is to develop the skill and prove to yourself that you can do this. No one cares if you make it out of your job or your business other than you. You have to prove it to yourself. So if you've watched this far, I'm going to support you as much as I can. So let me know in the comments by typing freedom and I'll personally reply to you. Let everyone else know here that you're serious. Go and work out your numbers using the tool. And until next time, thanks for watching. Keep me up to speed with your progress and I'll see you in the next one.